What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, I'm going to be previewing Jump Force. Now, Jump Force releases on the PS4, Xbox One, and on PC on February 15th. So this is a game I'm very, very excited about. And I made a video quite a while back talking about if Jump Force could be the greatest fighting game ever. Now, is that kind of over-exaggerating? Is that kind of expecting too much out of the game? Maybe, because, overall this game has some strengths, has some weaknesses, but I really am pumped for Jump Force. Now, I should quickly say, at the time I'm recording this video, I'm recording this way before the preview goes up. This is before the open beta, so I have not got to try the open beta. I'm planning on playing the open beta, so I'll have a little bit more of a feel of what the game actually plays like once that happens. But this is kind of just from what I've seen, just my thoughts of the game, the release date of the game, all those kind of things. Jump Force is a game that kind of came out of absolutely nowhere last E3, this past E3, and it was announced, and it's coming out, within 12 months, actually way less than 12 months, around 9 months after it was released. In my opinion, actually kind of a perfect way to announce your game. Comes out of nowhere, is so different, so unique, so powerful, and then it comes out very, very soon after, and a lot of people are pumped for this game. Now, what I will say is, in terms of negatives, I'll say negatives just really, really quickly. I feel like this is a game that is a little bit fooling us in terms of how good the game looks, because especially early on, this game looked like one of the greatest looking games I've ever seen in my life. It really, and that's kind of over-exaggerating too, but this game looked very, very good. I feel like the closer we get to the game, we are starting to see some down res. We're starting to see what this game actually looks like, and it doesn't look as good as it did when we were first shown it. Now, that happens with just about every single game, but I feel like the graphical style, and it is very unique in this game, and it does look absolutely beautiful. I feel like it's easier to tell, though, that the graphics have kind of been downgraded a little bit. So, in terms of the negatives, that's mainly all I got. This game, I think, can be a lot of different things, and it's a game that I feel is a perfect game for the fighting industry. You got your Mortal Kombats, you got your Injustices, you got all these games, you got your Street Fighter, you got your Marvel vs. Capcom, you got your Tekkens, there's so many, Soul Calibur, there's a lot. Some of those games are easier to get into than others, but when it comes to grabbing new people to your game, I feel like a game like a Mortal Kombat or Injustice is one of the easiest to get into. In my opinion, I think Injustice is probably the easiest. Made by NetherRealms, made by people who made Mortal Kombat, but because of the characters, because it's more comic booky, I feel like it's just easier to jump into. Jump Force just has the look, has the feel, and has the character roster of all of these different things that I feel like can really bring in people that aren't into them. So for me personally, firstly, I'm not even a big fighter fan. I'm not. I've only ever played a couple Mortal Kombats and both Injustices. That's it. And I've never owned any of them. I've rented them. Okay, so I'm not someone who goes out of my way to buy fighting games. I don't buy the Naruto games. Now, Tyler does. Now, this game has actually Naruto in it, which brings in, that kind of fan base as well. But when it comes to that, I don't go out of my way to buy games like this. And secondly, I'm not even into all the characters in this game. There's so many from all of these different animes that, me personally, I don't know half the characters on the roster. I don't. And, obviously you look them up and you figure them out and stuff, but I think even people that are super into 1 or 2 or 3 different characters in this game may not even be aware of other characters. And so what that does is that brings in so many people from different viewpoints, okay? People that like one thing and may not like the other, they could be brought into this. When it comes to, again, like a Mortal Kombat or an Injustice or a Street Fighter or Tekken or whatever, I feel like you gotta really be into it. I think you really gotta like what they're selling there. And for Jump Force, I feel like you can kind of pick and choose. Like, personally, for me, Yugi is my favorite. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Being included in this game is the coolest thing ever, and is one of the reasons why I'm getting the game. I like Naruto, I like the Dragon Ball characters. My sister likes My Hero Academia, and there's a couple characters from that in there. So there's a lot of different things, but I don't really care about half the characters or more than half the characters on this roster. But in terms of how fun it looks, in terms of how creative it looks, and the graphics do, while a little bit downgraded, they still look absolutely beautiful. I feel like everybody's going to find something they like about this game, whether it is the combat, whether it's literally just having characters included. There's a lot to like like about Jump Force, and I think it's really positioning itself to be a unique and different fighting game. And for that reason, I feel like it's going to be very, very popular. I feel like, Mortal Kombat also comes out this year and comes out just a couple months after it. So it's going to be really cool to see two fighting games and Jump Force kind of getting the lead, being able to come out first. It's going to be really cool to see what Jump Force can do, and I'm pumped for this game, okay? I do not play these fighter games, but I'm very excited. This was a game going into 2019 that I look at and I say, this is one of the biggest games. In my opinion, for February, Jump Force is the biggest game. Now, and that's a bold statement because Metro Exodus, that's a big game, okay? That's a franchise that people already know about. Crackdown 3, that's a franchise people know about. Anthem, BioWare, right? They're the kind of their Destiny clone. That could be a massive, massive game. But for me, when I look through the months and I look at January, I think Kingdom Hearts. I think Kingdom Hearts is bigger than Jump Force? Absolutely. I think Kingdom Hearts is the biggest game so far of the year. But when I look at February, the game I'm most into, the game I think is going to create the biggest buzz around the internet is Jump Force. Now, Anthem could, because it could absolutely fail and BioWare could be taken down with it. That's possible, but that's kind of a negative way. And in terms of a game that I think could be surprising and just downright fun and different and unique, I think Jump Force is that game. So I'm very excited for this game. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Again, I'll be playing the open beta, but in terms of when I'm recording this video, I haven't done that yet. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what do you think about Jump Force? Are you excited for it? What do you expect to see from the game? We're going to be doing a ton of stuff for Jump Force when it comes out, giving the game away, having videos, having live streams, all that kind of stuff. So we're very excited for it. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Podcast Now. Hit that bell icon so you guys are notified when all these previews go up. We do previews on games and movies every single week, so we'll see you on the next preview.